Hey, welcome everyone. How's it going? Let me get the crazy world spinning here. It's time to relax and get away from that crazy world. I have no clue what I'm going to do today. All I know is I want to paint and have some fun. That's all I know. I'm using Artist Loft again. When I use the Artist Loft, I'm using the number 3 level, which is it's pretty good acrylic paint actually. The white especially. That painting I did up there, you could see a little bit of it up there. That white for the line, I lined it with the white. It worked really good. The viscosity is really good with the for the Artist Loft, and that actually it's a not level 2. This titanium white, it works pretty good, and I like to use white in my paintings. I don't know why. I just like to do it. When I get started, I'll put white in my yellow, and then whatever's left on my knife, I'll put into that yellow ochre, and then I usually put that in there, but I got interrupted by the phone, so I'm using uh, hooker green with a little black in it. Okay, that's going to be for whatever dark trees. I made my own gray, black and white. I'm using the Artist Loft Mars Black, and then I put a little bit of blue in that gray for the mountains and stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I pretty much got all the colors you need here to get going. Red, yellow, and blue is all you really need. But I do know what I want to do. I got to put some water in here real quick. I want to put an undertone for sure. I did that abstract up there on the left, and I had all these cool colors underneath, and I ended up getting covered anyway, except for that middle section. But saying that, with all that undertone, it made all the colors on top look just that much better. You can It's I got that picture on the community page if you want to go look at it. That abstract came out pretty good. I mean, it's not the best painting, but just the way the colors came out, you know. The colors are not all one tone. There's lots of tone in that yellow and the orange and blue. It's just not a flat color. So I want to start with, I'm going to do an underpainting, an undertone for my sky. I'm just going to mix some red and white and get like a light pink. Just going to be watered down. I just want to use this as an undertone. I might put a little purple in it. I got some purple here. It's so good to be off, man. I had like my Mondays, every Monday I got to get up at 2 in the morning every Monday because I work at Michael's, and we get the delivery truck every Monday we get a delivery truck, but the driver called in sick today, so the truck didn't come. So I was there at 3 in the morning, and we had to like try and find things to do because the merchandise was already out. But I mean, we found stuff to do. But now, guess what? I gotta be there tomorrow again at 3 in the morning. That means I gotta get up at 2 to get there at 3 and then unload the truck tomorrow instead. And that means I gotta go to bed early, man. So that's why I'm doing a painting right now. I'm gonna try and relax. Mixing some more pink for down here. So I got my one of my members, Peggy, Ellie, she likes me to call her Ellie. I'm doing a painting for her. She actually commissioned a piece, so that was cool. It's going to be bigger than this. It's going to be 18 by 24. This 16 by 20. If anybody wants to, if anybody likes any of these paintings I do, just hit me up before because I take them down to the art studio when I'm done and try and sell them. So if you want one, you gotta let me know before I take it down there. Because these landscapes, they sell. They're still selling. They sell here in Seattle. I don't know why. I guess because we're surrounded with nature over here. But it's a great place to live if you're an artist in Seattle, because the people here, we got all these different types of markets. We got this one market down in Fremont. I haven't done it yet, but they set up every Sunday, rain or shine. That's why you got to have a tent. And it's an art. It's an art market. Every Sunday, the only Sunday they don't open is the Sunday if it's close to Christmas. That's the only Sunday they don't have it. And that place gets packed every Sunday with people that like to buy arts and crafts. There's not any painters there. That's why I want to get out there. There's people that sell pictures and, little prints of their watercolors, but I'm selling originals because I get them done so quick. I have enough for the next week, But all those other artists out there are just selling copies of their prints of their pictures. I'd rather have the original personally, but that's just me. I got a guy on, every time I finish a painting, I also have a Twitter account. I'll upload the painting to Twitter, and I've got like probably 300 pictures on there. So there's this guy that wants to buy 6 of the paintings I've done. Luckily, I still have all 6 of them. I looked him up. He seems to be like an art dealer or something. So he's probably going to end up selling them. Look at that undertone. That's perfect. That's what that does. It takes away the white underneath, so it doesn't reflect white underneath the painting. It'll dampen that white out pretty good. I kind of like that. Let's see. Now it's time to think what to do here. Now, I don't want to do an abstract because that one took me almost 2 hours, believe it or not. I know it looks simple, but it ended up taking a couple hours to get all the detail done on it and all that. It was supposed to be just, I thought I was just going to splash paint up there. One of my subscribers said, just stand back and throw the brush at it. I was like, yeah, that's abstract. So yesterday I left one of my favorite fan brushes that I use for trees. It's a number 2 oil, but I didn't put it in the water, so it dried up on me. Look at it. So luckily I found another number 2 fan brush. I'm gonna try and clean it, but this one, it's been getting old anyway. I wear them down. I remember I wore one of these bristles down to almost nothing before, because I just like the number 2 size seems to work for this type of painting. I do have a number, I think this is a 6. It's a number 4. So in case I decide to make like a large evergreen tree, I'll use this one. I don't like the acrylic fan brushes are really soft, so you can't get it to like make cool branches. That's why I use the oil brush there. I think I'm gonna just sketching some mountains here real quick, and I don't have burnt umber, but I have burnt sienna. Let's just I'm gonna put a peak right in the middle. I haven't really done a mountain scene where the peak is dead center in a while. So I'll put that thing right in the middle. Put a couple peaks up here though. And I actually want the mountain to look big today. I'm going to make the tops a little longer. Not so steep. More spread out. There we go. That'll work. That will work. And what I'll do, I'll try and put a cool hill like right here. And I'll put one coming down here. And we'll have a valley in here. Then I'll make maybe some additional like hills going up there. That's about all you need. I just want to know where my sky is going to be, but let me put in I'm going to put in a river here. There we go. So I'll probably have like a river coming from back here into here. So the river is going to widen out right down here. And I might have, we'll put like some bushes down here on this side. I'll put a piece of land there. And we'll put some kind of rocks over here, maybe. There we go. That'll work. I like that. I probably will make some of these like ledges in here. Like where the water has eroded the side of the river there. It's pretty cool. See, you can have fun with even your sketch. This will be a cliff. So the water is going to be, you know, down here now. Down in there. Wow, look at that sketch already. Wow, this is burnt sienna, not burnt umber. Let me make sure it's in focus because that's a pretty cool sketch with the knife. You see that? Now, I don't know, I could make these drop-offs too way back here. It's almost like a canyon. If I wanted to, I could run a small river like down in here and keep this like sand down here and just have a little bit of water running through the bottom. Let's try that. We'll just have, I'm going to put yellow ochre down here, and then at the very end I'm going to run some titanium white down here, or blue, and make it look like just like the stream is just starting from the snow melt. So we'll put a bunch of snow up here, and it's springtime, the snow's melting, and it's going to eventually fill this river up. But for right now, it's just barely going to be trickling down in there. There we go. Good idea. Good idea. So, how do I want to do these hills? I guess, let me put another I'm going to run these down like plateaus, I guess. So it's like sections. I'll probably make it go up. Ba-da-boom, all right, there's the sketch. I can't believe it. That's probably that's a pretty good sketch right there. That took 20 minutes, but it's worth it because now I can start laying in everything. I know where everything's at. Now watch how quick this goes. when you start your acrylic painting and you do it this way, you could pretty much start wherever you want now. I'm going to start, believe it or not, I'm going to start with the mountains with my gray. Now I got a wet brush. My brush is kind of wet, and this is gray. And I'm just going to put the edge of my mountain in here. Put a little humps up in there. I made this gray, black, and white, and it's got some blue in it. So it almost looks like, have you ever used Payne's Gray? It's almost like I made my own Payne's Gray. I'm going to use I think I'm going to use some purple and white down here at the bottom. I'm going to get my bigger brush. This I'm using this is an acrylic brush, a number 12 filbert. The filbert brush is round on top. Just a little bit of white with a little bit of purple in it, violet. I'm going to pull some of this mountain down with that color and bring it down into this section here. And then kind of blend it into the mountain a bit. Look at that. Pretty cool. If you don't, you can darken up your mountain again if you want. It doesn't matter. I'm going to end up putting snow up there anyway, so. There we go. That looks good. So everybody, I'm going to use yellow ochre on this side. Yellow ochre dark and get darker down here. This side I'll make yellow ochre up here, but I'm going to put some green hills in here. Light green, medium, dark. This will be all like dirt and a little bit of grass growing probably just near the river. Maybe a little touch of grass on this side. So I already mixed my yellow ochre. I put a little white and yellow in it. I'm just going to block this in with that color. Just going to block it in. I'm going to have trees up here. I'm going to put a little yellow, I'm mixing it on my palette, yellow ochre and burnt sienna. And you'll get like a brownish color for down here. And then I want to make this even darker. So pretty much burnt sienna here. I think I'm going to try a touch of grass. I haven't mixed any green yet. I'll mix a little bit of yellow and am I using hooker green? I want to put a little bit of grass in here, I think. Just a touch of grass there. I'm just getting my first layer put in. This is just still like the underpaint for me. Just trying to get my ideas down right now. This side I want to do a little darker yellow ochre with maybe a little green in it and burnt sienna. We'll have like a big green hill there. It's going to be pretty a pretty bright painting. That's all right. I'll put some dark green down here. Oh, I can't wait to do that riverbed. I'll put a little bit of ledges in there. And a few ledges there. Oh, this is going to be a rock here. some rocks. This is going to be bushes because I'm going to run a big tree right over here on the side. So I'm going to put some dark green down here. All right, now I want to do this riverbed. I'm going to use a mixture of, I'm going to try and make it look, like sand. So yellow and browns, lighter back here, and then we'll get darker up front here. So I'm going to basically mix yellow ochre and burnt sienna. And maybe a little yellow for back here, so it's a little brighter. And then I'll get darker as I come up, so more burnt sienna in it. And then even darker here, so more burnt sienna. Maybe a touch of gray. There's the riverbed. Looks pretty cool. Wow. That's coming out pretty good. I'm going to do the sky now. If you just tuned in, I put a pink undertone underneath everything. You can kind of see it starting to peek through. I'm going to do a blue sky. I mixed cobalt blue and brilliant blue, and then with some white. And then I'm going to put purple in it and other colors. I'm hoping some of this pink kind of shows through. So I'm almost putting this first layer on kind of wet. My brush is a little wet, so I can mix the colors in the sky together while it's wet. It's a very thin paint I'm putting on right now. And once I get this layer in, then I don't use water anymore. It's just all paint. I'll put some white streaks in here. Little pink. blue under the pink now. Some streaks that look like, maybe it'll look like clouds. And now white, titanium white down to the mountains. Titanium white. I actually like the blue streak. That looks good for now. I'll do clouds up there when after I do the mountains and trees. There we go. Let's put some snow on the mountain now. So if you just tuned in, what I'm doing, I'm going to put a lot of snow up here so it'd be like snow melt. And I'm going to run a river, a small little stream down in here. So it looks like the snow melt is just starting. That's the goal. That's the whole plan. And it's Monday. I'm trying to relax. I had to go to work at, oh man. I had to get up at 2 in the morning. Can you believe that? Two in the morning. I work at Michael's, and every Monday that we get a truck, but guess what? The truck didn't come today. The truck driver was sick or something. So they canceled our truck, and now I got to get up at the same time tomorrow. So I get to do this painting and then probably eat dinner and go to bed again and get up early again. This is the Artist Lock Titanium White. It's pretty good. It's better than, I shouldn't say it, but it's better than the Winsor Newton White. Although the Winsor Newton White is level 1, this is level 2. So that's why it's a little better. Now there's some acrylic white. If you're not having luck with your titanium white, try a different brand, okay? Because there are some whites out there that don't, the viscosity is pretty bad, so you don't get a good color up there on the mountain. It's almost like, you'll know the difference between a good white and a bad white. This is my favorite part, the mountains. That's all I'm gonna do. I kind of got 2 peaks up there. I mean, I could make another peak in here if I wanted to, like. That's good enough. All right, let me make some blue. I live in Seattle, so I mean, I see mountains every day, and that's why I do landscapes. At the beginning of the video, I was talking about, you know, how we in Seattle there's a big demand for art here in Seattle. So you could go. There's some places that have markets where you could sell your art. Uh, some of them are hard to get into. You gotta like go on a list. But I joined one here in my neighborhood, so hopefully they're gonna let me sell with them this year on Saturdays. We'll be able to set up every Saturday at the farmer's market, and I'll be able to sell my paintings there. Last year I did, we have this thing here called the Magnolia Summerfest, and I set up my tent there. It did pretty good. You know who was particularly had fun checking out all my stuff was like the younger kids, like kids that were like uh, 16, 17 years old. They all wanted to buy a painting, but none of them had any money, so it's funny, man. So I go, well, if you can't buy anything, at least subscribe to my YouTube channel. And they all did. This one guy got like all 12 of his friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll probably see him out there again this year because I'm going to sell. I got a booth already for the Summer Fest there. It's not till August, but they're already scheduling. They sent me an email already like a couple weeks ago. Wow, I really like those mountains, man. Look at that. That is so cool. You got the pink going on there all around. Pink up here. Wow. That's why I like improvising. You never know what you're going to get. Like if you were trying to follow a painting right now, you'd be like having a hard time. If you end up doing one of my paintings, just don't do it exactly. Just get it close. Like just do what I'm doing, but your colors can be different. They don't have to be the same. And when you make your mountain, don't make it just like mine. You can have 4 peaks up there. Just get something close to it. Because I'm telling you, if you try and copy something perfect, you're gonna like, it's not gonna be fun. You want to improvise a little, you know. There we go. What this does, it softens it up down here and it kind of makes it look misty a little bit. Who's on? I got people on. Arthur's back. Oh, you got to watch from the beginning, right on. Yeah, 2 a.m. is crazy talk. I got to do it again tomorrow because the truck driver was sick. Michael Moore. Yeah, you know why I've been making them bright lately? Because the ones I put on Twitter, they get the most likes when I have color in it. And the ones that I used to do with just green trees and blue sky, I wasn't getting that many likes. So I think this is what you got to do to get your paintings to sell. You got to put some bright colors in there. Because I have a lot of landscapes where it's just blue, green, and that's it. Blue, green, and white snow. So yeah, this looks cool. I want to put the water in right now. I want to see what it's going to look like. I'm just going to put the idea in real quick with white. I'm hoping it works. If it doesn't work, I'll just change all that to, I'll change it all to blue down there. I'll make the whole thing a river. I think it's going to be all right. It's like the start of the snow is melting coming down the river. That looks pretty cool. When I lived in New Mexico for a while. We had a lot of riverbeds like this that were always empty. They weren't like steep like this though. They were more, you could ride your truck in there and then your motorcycle and get out of the riverbed because these were more, they were more flat. But they were always empty riverbeds because it was down there in the desert. They didn't get much rain. So that looks cool. So now I got to bring the water from maybe up here. Yeah, something like that. That looks cool. That looks cool. Something's not right. It looks good from here. Something's not right here yet. I gotta figure it out. It just doesn't look, maybe it's not wide enough here. It is what it is. All right, I think I'm gonna do some clouds first. So you saw my fan brush then, huh, Arthur, at the beginning? Yeah, bright colors. That's why I used that yellow. I use the yellow ochre a lot. At least I get like a yellow and a green. But I think I'm gonna put a few trees here, here, and then up on top there. I think I'm gonna try and lighten up. I got the sap green with black, but I think I'm gonna lighten it up just a little for the distance, so I don't have to do it later. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's light enough. This fan brush isn't as good as the one I let dry out from yesterday. That's gonna have to do. If you remember on my other landscapes, I would just use the dark color back here. I think it looks better like that, not so black, because I'll use the dark for the foreground. Cool. It's looking good. I want to put a tree in here already. Wow. Where am I at? I'm almost at an hour. I know this one's going to need a lot of work on these cliffs and this dirt. I'm going to do these rocks real quick. let's see, how do I want these to run? We got light coming here. Uh, these rocks, you almost do exactly like the mountain, you know. Put light on one side and then the shadow on the other side. Cool. I'm going to use the big fan brush for, I'm going to put a big tree right here. Mix my grain up a little. I haven't been putting big trees in here. I should put more in more often. Let's try this big fan brush, see what happens. I could tell it's kind of soft. Not the best brush, but I think it'll do. Yeah. It's not bad. Kind of sloppy, but because this brush is it's already kind of sticking together. You see that? That's why I like this. This is supposed to be a oil brush. I remember I bought this at Dick Blick's. It said it was for oil and acrylic, so I think it's okay. It's got a lot of little loose leaves on there. I kind of like that. I think I'll put a trunk in this one today. Let's see who's in here. two of you still in here. Good. Put some bushes down here. So I'm going to highlight this with a very light green, because I mean, if I want colors to stand out, I might turn the whole tree green. Not bad. Not bad. I gotta get some contrast on the bushes here. I have to work those. Those aren't the best bushes. I didn't really like that brush, but I mean, that's, it is what it is. I'll have to come down with that some, let me try a darker green here. We'll mix the colors a little more. Yeah. I should have just used this number 2 brush, but when this dries, I'll have to highlight it again with some yellow, I think. I'm just going to put regular trees down here, like maybe maple trees. Do do do. different. Different. I think it needed a buddy there. I'm going to highlight the way I usually do those with just a little bit of white. I think this one's going to take a little longer. Boo boo boo. I like everything but that tree now. I think I made it too big. We do the clouds. That'll help the painting out. Who's left in here? I got one. Who's that? Is that Jane? Or Daniel? Or Arthur? I see there's two of us, and I know one of them's me. Right on. I can't remember. Was your name Jane, right? I can't remember. Is that right? Glowy Chloe? Yes, okay. I did remember. We're gonna make some cool clouds here. I'll try and get the shadows in there. Wow. Wow, that looks pretty cool. I can't remember, Jane, did you, oh, glowy Krejci is a gamer name. Oh, Chloe. Oh, like Kardashian. Did you say you were, you do art, right? You do sketches or something? What do you do? Watercolor. Musician, yeah. Right on. What was the game that you were playing? Are you still a gamer? I had a buddy in Las Vegas. He was a gamer, and he would he would play those guys in South Korea. But that was back like 10 years ago. South Korea had their internet speed was a lot faster. So the worst player in South Korea could beat our best player in America because their internet was so much quicker, you know. I can't remember the game he was playing. It was like you had to build up your city, then you had to go attack the other player. Yeah, well, their gaming is like when we have our Super Bowl. Their gaming is like uh, considered like the Super Bowl over there. That's like their biggest sport, gaming. It's looking pretty good. I'm starting to like that tree now. I think I'm gonna highlight it with white though. What I did this time, I pressed the color into the dark to try and get it to mix a little. Usually I just lay the color on top like very lightly like this, but I didn't do it this time. And it'll if you just barely lay it on there, it, it actually creates the branches, but it'll be okay. Let me finish the clouds. I think I want, I'll probably put like pink flowers down here. I gotta get some of this color down here. I should have made those bushes pink or purple. I think I still can. Let me try it real quick. Like a pinkish purple. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that'll work. I just need a little more red in there in some places. Boo boo boo. All right, I like that, but now I got to get rid of this green. It's getting there. It's getting there. Color would go good underneath there. Yellow, maybe. White, white flowers. Let's see. What do I need to do? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. I think I'm just about done there, Jane. I gotta try and fix them bushes. I gotta, I don't know what to put underneath them, because they don't look good right now. Boo-doo-boo-boo-doo-boo. Let's see. I can't get the bushes done right. I just have to let them dry and then I'll have to redo them. Alright, let me get my liner brush. Yeah. What, a tree over here? Or one down here? One here at an angle? One in between those two, maybe. A tree right here. Or are you saying a tree over here on the other side? Yeah, it probably needs something. Definitely needs, put some branches in there. Do 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 do. I had fun with my abstract yesterday. Yeah, it's looking all right. I still gotta show you guys how I should put some trees like up in the top here. You know, they kind of sometimes it fills the painting in, but I'm not gonna do it on this one. It's looking pretty good. I think I made that one tree a little too tall, so let me give you a front shot. Maybe it'll look different to you. Yeah, the clouds look cool. Uh, that's definitely a dry riverbed. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know what you were saying, Daniel. Another tree on the left, far left, or mixed in with those two there. Right on, Jane. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, the last week and a half, my paintings, I've been using more colorful colors in the sky because they used to just be blue, blue and gray, you know. I think when I finish this one up, I'm gonna put a bunch of flowers down here with like some purple purple flowers and yellow flowers down in here. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this one. It's already over an hour and a half almost. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Happy Monday. Yep. See you next time.